Shiba Inu are planning something major. An expert has recently revealed some shocking information. Roughly 500 million Shiba Inu are getting ready. The data is starting to line up. A historic run is beginning to take shape once again. Many of you might become billionaires if this happens. Furthermore, the clock is ticking. Why is this taking place? In what ways is this a chance that will never come again? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu have been experiencing some wild behavior as of late. The price has skyrocketed. It has already climbed almost 3%. Now we get to the most amazing portion. Would you believe me if I said this is only the start? Yes, I am aware that it seems absurd, but bear with me. One expert claims that Shiba Inu are not only happy. It's the same old tale, not any old history either. Let's speak about a pattern that made a ton of money the previous time it surfaced. I agree with it. And the indicators are everywhere. It is possible that we are seeing the beginning of something monumental today. First, though, let's examine the current state of the Shiba Inu pricing before we go into the meaning of this pattern. Here we are, maybe in the quiet before the storm. The tension is rising and things are becoming hotter. There is apprehension and excitement in the market as if a major event is soon to arrive. Something really intriguing on the chart has been pointed up by another expert. According to him, Shiba Inu is exhibiting characteristics of a highly bullish entry point. To put it another way, for those who are familiar with the signs, it's like a green light flashing. If his predictions come to fruition, the price of Shiba Inu may see a significant surge. He's implying that it might perhaps break into a hitherto unseen range. Levels with the potential to generate substantial interest and energy. Keep in mind that we're not referring to minor adjustments here. This pattern has the potential to repeat itself, and if the current momentum continues, a huge shift might be in store. Something that might significantly increase the present price. That being said, it may seem absurd. However, a great deal of logic becomes apparent when one examines the current patterns, charts, and energies. And you thought today's pump was incredible? You won't believe what you're about to hear. Market watchers are keeping a close eye on one area like hawks as Shiba Inu begins to recover. The current price of more than 500 trillion Shiba Inu tokens is quite close to a significant resistance level. Typically, the price has a hard time breaking through this sort of region. If it does, though, things may shift drastically. New information from Intofablock shows that over 145,000 wallets are holding approximately 540 trillion Shiba Inu, with prices hovering about the same. There is a huge concentration of holders there. Feels like this moment is being pushed to the brink. Everybody is keeping an eye on the bulls to see whether they can make it through. Breaking through this zone with a Shiba Inu won't be a minor victory. It would essentially undo months of decline. The tables would turn and Shiba Inu would be ready to soar to new heights. We haven't seen this price range for quite some time, and some experts are already predicting a shift that would bring it back. It has the potential to reignite market activity if that occurs. Imagine for a second a situation where hundreds of billions of tokens held by thousands of people reach a critical mass. You can't treat today like every other market day. This might go down in Shiba Inu folklore as a really epic occasion. When you consider what transpired earlier today, it all seems very clear. There is a current record-breaking influx of Shiba Inu owners. Both the price and the community are seeing growth. Today marked a huge milestone in the increasing number of individuals keeping Shiba Inu. Lucy, who is part of the Shiba Inu crew, just made a major announcement on X. She made the formal announcement that there are now more than 1.5 million Shiba Inu on-chain holders. Wow, that's significant. There has been nothing but growth in the community since introduction in late 2020. We are currently approaching 2 million holders. Wow, that's just crazy. From the original backers to the latest recruits, it demonstrates the depth of faith in our cause. And it's not limited to individuals possessing either. Everyone in the Shiba Inu network is going crazy. Countless wallets, exchanges, DeFi movements, and more than 15 million transfers have been documented. That is a really serious endeavor. People aren't only holding Shiba Inu, it seems. They're putting it to use, exchanging it, and transferring it. There is life and prosperity in the ecology. Not to mention that this is occurring at the same time as the cryptocurrency industry as a whole is seeing a resurgence. Shiba Inu is doing a fantastic job of riding the tide of increased activity. The Shiba Inu team is clearly not sitting on their hands, what with initiatives like the burn method that steadily reduces the token supply. Building and pushing for long-term value is something they're actively doing. Lucy went so far as to hint at 2 million holders as the next big aim. Also, with our current rate of speed, that figure doesn't appear too far off. People are feeling confident, the community is energized, and progress is being made. Price movement, resistance levels, community expansion, and network activity all come together to provide a cohesive picture. To put it simply, the Shiba Inu is booming. Something huge may be about to start. Even more astounding is the magnitude of the problem. An analyst has just uncovered some very astounding information regarding Shiba Inu. Plus, he isn't alone. A growing number of experts are coming to the conclusion that Shiba Inu may be preparing for a significant price increase in the near future. Crypto strategist Patrick Schmidt offered a fascinating analogy not long ago. He compared the current state of Shiba Inu with the state of affairs just before that huge upsurge in 2021. Recall that one. An unexpected explosion occurred in the Shiba Inu. Schmidt spoke on Twitter on how peaceful it felt in April 2021. Seemed unconcerned. Then, out of nowhere, Shiba Inu began one of the most extreme bull runs in the history of cryptocurrency. He's not claiming an identical resemblance, but the atmosphere and structure are very close. And more people are beginning to notice it. Ali Martinez, another analyst, made a significant discovery as well. Using the indicator, he discovered a typical buy signal on the charts. This has a history of appearing just before significant price increases. On top of that, he mentioned a rising RSI and a crossing. It appears that there is a growing trend of optimism. Additionally, Shiba Inu has recently regained a key moving average level, which is typically seen by traders as an indication that there may be a major development shortly. In addition, a bullish channel is beginning to develop on the price chart, which is a traditional indication of strength. And if this upward trend continues, we may see a return to the previous highs or even much higher levels altogether. And this is the reason it's so absurd. In the year 2021, individuals might sleep with $1,000 after investing only $100. Things happened at that pace. That rally was really insane. Some folks made money that changed their lives in an instant. This may be the one time when regular people become billionaires again if the past does really repeat itself again, albeit in a somewhat different form. Though it's far-fetched to consider, it's not impossible. Not to mention, guess who returns right as the action starts to heat up? Thank you, Satoshi Kasama. It was just stated that he's returning to work. This sort of leadership is here right now. There's a reason behind that. That is strong. This rally can get even more momentum with this type of stimulus. It also gives the impression that this is only the beginning. Finally, this is what ties everything together. Everything we've been witnessing could now have a rationale according to Lucy's latest tweet. It takes years, she added. Then it occurs simultaneously. Easy, isn't it? But if you give it some serious thought, that one phrase might hold the secret to solving all of these problems. Shiba Inu, you see, has been steadily growing for quite some time. Developing further, strengthening the community, and persevering despite difficulties. At this point, it seems like the stars are aligning. The price market is becoming increasingly volatile. Huge resistance levels are being challenged, analysts are seeing positive signs, and tokens are moving wildly. In addition, the Shiba Inu squad once again demonstrated their mettle. Maybe Lucy's tweet wasn't that irrational after all. It may serve as a clue, even a confirmation. This is it, basically, in the instant that things begin to accelerate. Plus, when you consider everything in context, the prior price increase, the many tokens positioned in the zone of resistance, the sudden surge in the number of holders, what the analysts think. Oh, how incredibly similar to 2021. Now that Satoshi has returned, it seems like a major development is imminent. Imagine ourselves precariously poised on the brink of an event about which we will hear much discussion in the future. This might be that time, whether you've been on the Shiba Inu journey from the beginning or you're just tuning in now. Not the type you wish you hadn't missed. However, how do you feel about this? Leave a comment using the form below.